everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. We're on to the divisional round now. 2 steps away from playing on the biggest stage in sports. It's the Saints going up against the Falcons.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. One of 2 spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. That'll be taken in the end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. The tight end changing his position. This one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. Now Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30. So now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
The defense helps the offense out there. Now 5 yards to go on first down. Here to his running back. And now running right through it. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Okay, no score on that play. But this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And again this time to the tailback. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
It'll definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing third down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He made touchdown, Saints. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Lutz now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle, because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right. Now let's go. Green, 39. Hey.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a yard of the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. They'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game. And typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
But I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
Single slot. Here we go now. Blue 90.
Looking to throw. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19, Leopard. No, check, Patriot.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as well.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a play fake here on first down. Caught by Snead over the middle. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. So the D-line's going to spread out. And now here's a carry heading left. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
2nd down now after the pass completion. And they're definitely showing blitz here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. So the play clock's running down. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Jesse James, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Lutz now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first.
And he lost the football.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. On the deep ball. And the D looking like they may blitz.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On third down, it's Hansen. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
All right, here we go.
They're going to try and throw. Flush to his right. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
All right, here we go. Boom, Andy. Boom, Andy. Watch it now, Barney. Over.
Back to throw now on first down. And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there at 22. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Shift together here from the D-line. A handoff as they run the counter play. And an alley to run. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. 37 yards. And the Saints add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
Hang on now. Green 39. Green 39. Watching now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
The Falcons on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up. Gary and Conley. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll run it now out of the gun. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints are pouring it on. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Lutz now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed. was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think, a guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, it went against the tendency.
And got his man complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, Falcons. A big play there, 76 yards, and the Falcons are in for 6.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Second and 10 now, Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Willie Snead, 71 yards. And the Saints just continue to roll. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. He's picked off near his own 48. And what a return as he brings us all the way back to the 25-yard line. So he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, the killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. This is Cobb with a catch right side. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. The pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right?
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead, it just brings up 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Avery Jones. With a great push up front, he picks up the sack and a loss of 8. And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
A first run for the backup of Dula. And not much running room. Down to the 32. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Again, it's Abdullah. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. The penalty, della, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll run for it. This is della. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And Lutz's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So they take it all the way to the 1-yard line, but in the end, they opt for 3.
I know if this was a video game, they never would have gone for the field goal because, Brandon, who kicks field goals in video games? But you've got to make sure you get points, and that was as easy a 3 as you can get.
You kick field goals in video games. That's who kicks field goals in video games. Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Green, 39. Watch him high now. Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's brought down after a good gain. So 1:51 to go in this first half of play. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. And now a first down following that long gain.
Here we go. 3-19.
They'll set up to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. On play action, they'll throw. Going for the deep ball. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Falcons on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They're going to look to throw. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Gehring, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot, and if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Down, Abdullah. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Here we go with 2nd and 7. As they run the counter play. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd and 10. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Saints on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Black 99 Philly. Here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. Right at the line of scrimmage.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Falcons now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking downfield for Jones. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. He'll drop to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. To throw here. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. Right? This is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I'll bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. This time he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got room. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. The Saints say they have it, and they do. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, and how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And some room to roam now. 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. Give him 30 yards there.
First play of the drive. Excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Second down, offense behind the sticks here. Second and 13. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And again this time to the tailback. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Saints are pouring it on.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
Lutz now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return.
Trying to get back into the game. Teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now a handoff looking right. And he gets this one up just shy of the 35 to the 34. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Falcons on third down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Back to throw. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Let's go!
they try the right side here. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Time running out here on the play clock. And he'll give it here to his running back. And some space here. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight over the right. Hurry up. Here we go. Watch him now, Barney. Over.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. Try a little trickery here on the end around. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. This is Abdullah. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Here comes the Saints punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Has several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. On second down, they'll try and run the counter. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. And I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now back to throw. Looking deep for Julio. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. Third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Looking to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Here we go now.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Finding room inside the 40. Throw left side complete. It's Dennis. A good pickup there at 22.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Here we go now. Green 39.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill out the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
They'll look to throw here. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. The Falcons on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Let's go. 3-19.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to go down here as sacked. They push him back to the 34. Avery Jones in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
All right, here we go. Green 39.
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11.
Green 39. Now look at over. Now let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they steal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. They run the counter now on first down. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Room here to run. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Brendan, every great running backs coach that I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And past the 30 down to about the 27. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The Saints on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night, everybody.